Imagine a country where libraries don't lend books, they lend people. Where women glide through city streets on bicycles like modern-day Valkyries. And where prisons look less like punishment and more like luxury retreats. This is Denmark, a nation crowned the happiest on earth. But beneath the cozy cafés, fairy tale castles, and famous smiles lies a world of bizarre traditions and unbelievable truths. Here, a secret hippie commune thrives in the capital's heart. Giant wooden trolls slumber in hidden forests. And everyday life unfolds with rules and rituals outsiders can barely imagine. Get ready, because we're about to uncover 15 shocking facts and strange taboos about Denmark that will completely change the way you see this little Scandinavian kingdom. Number 15. The bicycle capital of the world. In Denmark, bikes don't just share the road with cars, they rule it. In Copenhagen, one of the most bike-friendly cities on the planet, you'll spot executives in suits, students with backpacks, and moms carrying toddlers in bike seats, all gliding gracefully on two wheels. Nearly 75% of residents ride bikes every single day. Cars? For many Danes, they're an unnecessary urban luxury. The country has built hundreds of kilometers of bike-only highways, bike bridges with names like the Bicycle Snake, and even smart parking hubs just for cyclists. Danish children are taught road rules for bikes from an early age. And yes, you can actually get fined for not signaling with your hand. The government even offers subsidies for residents to swap their cars for electric bikes. Now that's what you call a national commitment to green living. Number 14. The strange Danish summer. When summer arrives in Denmark, the whole country changes overnight. Sunbathing isn't just a hobby, it's a national ritual. Beaches, parks, balconies, and especially the coastline transform into giant open-air living rooms. Head to Skagen Beach, Denmark's northernmost point, and you'll witness something rare. The North Sea and Baltic Sea meet, but don't mix. You can actually stand with one foot in each ocean, with waves colliding in a visible line between two worlds. From Skagen, visit the Grey Lighthouse. Then wander to the drifting white sands of Råbjerg Mile, Northern Europe's only migrating sand dune. Feeling bold? Try Bellevue or Blavant Beach. Here, clothing-optional sunbathing is perfectly normal. In fact, you could strip down on any beach in Denmark, and no one would even notice. Number 13. The most attractive and friendly women in Scandinavia. They've been called modern Viking goddesses, tall, fit, and effortlessly elegant. With platinum blonde hair that catches the Nordic sunlight, flawless fair skin, and striking blue eyes straight out of a Hollywood dream. Danish women are often described as the most attractive in Scandinavia. But here's the twist. What truly captivates visitors isn't just their beauty. It's their confidence, independence, and friendliness. Over 70% of Danish women aged 20 to 60 are in the workforce, working as architects, engineers, doctors, business owners, and more. By day, they might be leading meetings, caring for kids, or biking through the city. By sunset, they're unwinding with yoga by the harbor, or sharing drinks with friends on rooftop terraces. Foreigners are often amazed at how approachable they are. Whether it's helping with directions, striking up a conversation in flawless English, or even offering a cold beer if the mood is right, Danish women make visitors feel instantly welcome. At night, you'll find them in cozy minimalist bars, their laughter glowing in the candlelight. It's no wonder so many travelers leave Denmark with a little more than just souvenirs. Number 12. The most unique human library in the world. Forget books. In Denmark, you can borrow people. In 2000, Copenhagen launched something revolutionary, the human library. Here, instead of reading a story, you listen to it, told directly by someone who's lived it. Your book might be a refugee, a homeless person, a recovering addict, or someone from a misunderstood community. You sit with them for 30 to 60 minutes. Ask anything you want, without judgment, and hear a perspective you might never have considered. The idea was so powerful, it spread to over 80 countries. But in Denmark, it's everywhere. Schools, hospitals, companies, even police departments. The human library is more than an event. It's a national symbol of Denmark's open-minded spirit, proving that sometimes the most life-changing stories aren't printed on paper, but spoken from the heart. Number 11. The one-of-a-kind hippie nation inside Copenhagen. In the heart of one of Europe's cleanest and most modern capitals, there's a place that feels like it belongs to another world entirely. Welcome to Freetown Christiania, a self-governed neighborhood founded in 1971 by artists, peace activists, and free spirits. Here, there are no flashy ads or luxury boutiques. Instead, you'll find vibrant graffiti walls, cafés built from old shipping containers, and colorful handmade houses lining leafy streets. Cars are banned, bikes rule the roads, and guitar music drifts from street corners. Christiania even has its own currency, custom maps drawn by locals, and a unique set of community rules. Many call it a country within a country, a peaceful coexistence between Copenhagen's urban order and a free-flowing, creative counterculture. Visiting Christiania isn't just sightseeing. It's stepping into a living social experiment. Number 10. Meet Denmark's only giants. If you think Denmark is all castles and bicycles, you're in for a magical surprise. Just 30 minutes from Copenhagen, hidden in the woods, you'll find the Forgotten Giants. 6 massive wooden troll sculptures created by artist Thomas Dambo. Each giant, whether lying in the grass, climbing a tree, or napping by a stream, is built entirely from recycled materials. Discarded pallets, old windows, and scrap wood. And here's the fun part. There's no official map. Visitors are encouraged to hunt for them like a Nordic treasure hunt, blending art, adventure, and sustainability in one unforgettable day. It's a place where environmental consciousness meets fairy tale wonder, and where your inner child will thank you for visiting. Number 9. Don't bring more than 1,400 to Denmark. Denmark may be one of the world's most transparent and welcoming countries, but it has one immigration policy that surprises many newcomers. Since 2016, if you're seeking asylum and carry assets worth around $1,400 or more, you may be required to contribute toward the cost of your stay. Not everything is counted. Wedding rings, family photos, and other sentimental items are excluded. Though controversial at first, Danes see it as part of their commitment to a fair welfare system, where everyone, citizens and newcomers alike, contributes to the shared safety net. Denmark consistently ranks among the top nations for social welfare, and policies like this are designed to keep the system fair and sustainable for all. Number 8. Europe's weirdest single-person tradition. In Denmark, turning 25 while still single comes with a cloud of cinnamon. This quirky custom, known as the cinnamon tradition, involves your friends ambushing you on your birthday and covering you from head to toe in cinnamon powder. like you just rolled through a bakery. It's loud, messy, and usually happens in public. Outside your office, in the street, or even mid-coffee date with zero chance of escape. Some friends take it further, adding flour, eggs, or even coffee to the mix, turning the day into a slapstick street performance. The tradition began centuries ago with Danish spice merchants who were too busy trading to marry. Today, it's just a lighthearted, judgment-free celebration of single life. But here's the spicy twist. If you're still unmarried at 30, you graduate from cinnamon to hot chili powder. Denmark, the happiest country on earth, might also be the most creatively savage. Number 7. Denmark's resort-style prisons. Prison in Denmark looks nothing like the steel bars and chaos you might imagine. Take Halden Prison, often called one of the most humane in the world. Here, inmates have private rooms with mini kitchens, flat-screen TVs, and the freedom to cook their own meals. With groceries, they choose themselves. They can work outside the facility for 8 hours a day, earn a paycheck, and return to their rooms in the evening. It's all part of Denmark's belief that prison should be about rehabilitation, not punishment. There are sports courts, quiet spaces, vocational classes, even a music studio for aspiring artists. Guards don't shout, they build trust. And the results speak for themselves. Denmark's reoffending rate is just 27%. Here, prison isn't about breaking people down. It's about giving them the tools to start over. Number 6. The only country without the word please. Denmark might be the most polite country you'll ever visit, without ever saying the word please. That's right, there's no direct Danish equivalent. To the English, please. But don't mistake this for rudeness. I dansk kultur, politeness ikke er et andet dekorativ være. It's built into their tone, body language, and mutual respect. Whether you're a janitor or a CEO, you're treated as an equal. So when a Dane says, "Give me a coffee," it's not blunt, it's perfectly polite in their world. Fun fact, when Danes speak English, they often forget to add please, which can make them seem colder than they are. That's why English teachers here remind students that in the US and UK, please is like verbal gold. Technically, the word venligst can be used for politeness, but it's so formal it sounds more like government language than everyday speech. So yes, Danes are polite, just not in the way you might be used to. Number 5. Copenhagen, the coolest capital in the world. When the sun dips behind its charming red rooftops, Copenhagen doesn't wind down, it comes alive. Along glowing canals, friends gather with beers in hand. Couples stroll past flower shops to the sound of street jazz. And bicycles still glide through the night like fireflies. Head to Vesterbro, once a gritty working-class neighborhood, now crowned by Time Out as one of the coolest districts in the world. Here you'll find craft beer bars, hipster cafés, hidden nightclubs, and indie art galleries tucked behind old wooden doors. Down by Nyhavn Canal, Danish women in effortlessly chic outfits chat over glasses of wine under golden lights, often striking up conversations with strangers and sharing their favorite local hangouts. Even at 2 a.m., bicycles outnumber cars, with twinkling lights illuminating the streets. For a real Nordic night out. Some clubs here keep the music going until 8 in the morning. One legendary spot is Viking, Europe's oldest still operating nightclub, where electronic beats meet historic architecture, and free-spirited energy flows until sunrise. Number 4. Discover the tourism capital of the North. Denmark is a living fairy tale tucked into modern Europe, where royal palaces and cutting-edge architecture share the same skyline, where rows of colorful 17th-century buildings reflect in the historic canal. Sip coffee at an outdoor cafe, listen to street musicians, and watch wooden ships gently sway in the water. From there, head to Tivoli Gardens, a magical mix of vintage rides, glowing lanterns, and live performances. Step deeper into the city to discover Rosenborg Castle. Finally, don't miss Christiansborg Palace, a single grand building housing the Danish Parliament, Supreme Court, and royal reception rooms all under one roof. Copenhagen isn't just a city. It's a perfect blend of history, culture, and design. One of the world's oldest amusement parks still in operation. A magical mix of vintage rides, glowing lanterns, and live performances. Nearby is City Hall Square, where traditional food stalls and local craft shops invite you to slow down and explore. Step deeper into the city to discover Rosenborg Castle, home to Denmark's crown jewels and centuries-old royal treasures. Stroll through the botanical gardens next door. Then drop by the Natural History Museum for a dose of science and wonder. At Amalienborg Palace, watch the timeless changing of the guards before crossing the square to the sleek Copenhagen Opera House, a masterpiece of modern Nordic design. Finally, don't miss Christiansborg Palace, a single grand building housing the Danish Parliament, Supreme Court, and royal reception rooms all under one roof. Copenhagen isn't just a city. It's a perfect blend of history, culture, and design. Number 3. Denmark's unbelievable festivals. Think festivals are just fireworks and pop music? Denmark rewrites the rulebook. Let's start with Roskilde Festival, held every late June just 30 minutes from Copenhagen. It's the largest music festival in Northern Europe, drawing over 130,000 people every year. But the real legend? The clothing optional race, where participants in body paint, wild costumes, or nothing at all sprint around the main stage. The winner? A free week-long festival pass. In early November, the whole country celebrates J-Dag, National Beer Day. On the first Friday of the month, the Christmas beer Julebrug launches in a medieval meets modern beer parade. Locals in blue wool hats ride horse-drawn wagons, handing out free beer in Copenhagen streets like Nordic Santa Claus with a keg. And in February, it's time for the Winter Bathing Festival. In Aarhus, Klint, and Copenhagen, hundreds plunge into icy waters wearing outrageous outfits, then thaw out in steaming communal saunas, with hot wine, music, and laughter. Cold? Yes. But in true Danish style, it's an experience that warms you to the core. Number 2. Visa tips and living cheap in Denmark. Denmark may be the happiest country in Europe, but it's definitely not the cheapest. In Copenhagen, a one-bedroom apartment costs around $1,300 to $1,800 per month, though prices drop about 20% in smaller cities. Utilities and internet average $200 monthly. Dining out at a modest restaurant costs $18 to $25 per meal, while cooking at home runs $400 to $600 a month. Public transportation is punctual and reliable, with monthly passes priced at $70 to $100, but most locals bike. It's cheaper and eco-friendly. A standard gym membership costs $35 to $50 per month, and a basic dental visit is roughly $80. Overall, a minimalist lifestyle in Denmark will set you back about $2,300 to $2,800 monthly. Compared to the US, that's about 15 to 25% pricier, but you're paying for world-class quality of life and social benefits. Thinking of moving there? If yes, type 1 in the comments. If no, type 0. Long-term visas aren't hard to get, especially for freelancers, long-term residents, or applicants for the Stay and Work in Denmark program. To save money, rent on the outskirts, bike instead of drive, shop at budget chains like Netto or Rema 1000, and make full use of Denmark's national health insurance. Basic care is free. Denmark isn't cheap, but if you play it smart, you can live well without breaking the bank. For Number 1. The world's tastiest capital. Few expect a small country like Denmark to lead a global food revolution, but Copenhagen is at the center of it all. It's not just about buttered rye bread and smutterbrød. Copenhagen is home to Michelin-starred Noma, voted world's best restaurant 5 times. Here, dishes feature smoked reindeer, fresh seaweed, and eggs cooked in moss smoke, all crafted with Nordic ingredients in a style you'll only find in Denmark. For a local taste, try smørrebrød, rye bread spread with butter and topped with herring, eggs, radish, and dill. It's traditional, but reinvented in hundreds of creative ways across the city. Or visit Reffen, a harborside food court where you can grab grilled Danish sausages piled high with pickles, crispy onions, ketchup, and golden remoulade, the national sauce of Denmark. What most people don't know is that Copenhagen's culinary school now trains Europe's top chefs. Major cities even send their cooks here to study sustainable food models.